Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com as well as the YouTube channel and NoDQ&A videos affiliate ringsidenews.com. Yes, this is me, Aaron Rift. This is not an imposter. The beard is no more. With summer temperatures in California getting close to 100 degrees, I just had to get rid of the beard. The beard had to bite the dust. Leave the memories alone. RIP beard, yada yada yada. It's time to move forward. The show must go on. No DQ&A video must continue despite the loss of the beard, unfortunately. Got your questions here from spring.me/AaronRift. And as the summer approaches, hopefully the WWE product continues to improve. I don't know if it's just a one-week deal where we get high-quality WWE entertainment, but I'm hopeful that this is the start of better things to come in WWE. Based off of Raw this week, WWE is heading in the right direction. Let's get down to the questions here. First one today from the other Z. Well, Aaron, you got your wish. What did you think of tonight's Raw and the Payback main event now? I thought this show was decent with stale bits here and there. Please answer in video. I thought that Raw this week was a really good show. I thought it was one of the better Raws in a long time. Maybe the best Raw of 2015 to date. You had two really strong matches on this show. I thought the build-up to Payback was really solid. I like the angle WWE did to kick off Raw with Roman Reigns accidentally spearing Randy Orton. Yes, that kind of angle has been done time and time again, but I thought it was well done. I thought it was solid build-up for Payback. And then you had Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose. If Dean Ambrose won, he got to be added to the Payback main event, and Dean Ambrose, in fact, did defeat Seth Rollins despite interference from J&J Security. I thought that this was a tremendous match, really good TV match, and anytime these two are in there, it's always really good. So I thought that this was well done, and I think Dean Ambrose being added to the main event is the right move by WWE. I talked about last week how WWE is going overboard with the triple threat matches, and I felt that they should change it up and maybe do a fatal four-way match or a six-pack challenge, and that's what they did. They made this a fatal four-way match. It adds more intrigue to the main event, and it makes the main event a little bit more unpredictable. You have all three members of the Shield in that match, and that has definitely gotten people talking. I'll discuss the Payback main event more in the coming days here on NoDQ&A video. I want to, in the meantime, focus on Raw and talk about the matches on Raw, which leads to the big match that everybody's talking about. John Cena versus El Generico. Yes, El Generico. Back in the days of PWG and Ring of Honor, is now on Monday Night Raw facing John Cena. Just an unbelievably surreal moment for me personally, as somebody who used to go to PWG shows 10 years ago, watching this guy, this skinny guy in a mask, calling himself El Generico, having match of the nights every single time at PWG, and now he's in the big time on Monday Night Raw. Just really unbelievable to watch. And I got these questions here. First one from Romney Full Dark. Hey Aaron, two questions. First, what are your thoughts on Sami Zayn's debut on Raw? In my opinion, it was the best debut of an NXT superstar next to the Shields. And second, what do you think of the recent episodes of Impact Wrestling? Well, I'll talk about TNA in a little bit. I want to focus on Raw right now. Sami Zayn's debut, I thought it was extremely well done. I mean, it could not have been done any better in my opinion. Now, some people out there, I mean, it's inevitable. People out there are going to say, well, Sami Zayn should have won. He got buried by losing to John Cena. No. This was his big, high-profile debut on Raw. He had a tag team match several months back, but this was really his first major singles match in WWE, facing John Cena on Raw. And, when John Cena first debuted on SmackDown, he lost to Kurt Angle. He lost. One would expect the rookie to lose. It's the same thing with Neville. Neville losing to Seth Rollins is not a burial. Same way that Sami Zayn losing to John Cena is not a burial. WWE really did a tremendous job here. They picked the right city, Montreal, Canada, where Sami Zayn is going to be insanely over. Everyone doing the Olay chants. The perfect city to debut him in this fashion. And for Bret Hart to introduce him, that was just icing on the cake. Have Bret Hart, the Montreal hero, introduce Sami Zayn. Perfect. I mean, couldn't have done it any better. And the match itself was great. And the fact that Sami Zayn was injured in this match made it even all that more impressive. I mean, he really put on an amazing performance. And John Cena did as well. Excellent match. John Cena winning, I really have no problem with it. That is to be expected. John Cena is facing Rusev at the next pay-per-view. That is the marquee match. You have to have John Cena win this match and go on to defend the U.S. title against Rusev. That's the storyline. That's what WWE's been building up. Would not make sense for a Canadian babyface to win the U.S. title from John Cena just out of nowhere randomly. Yes, it would be a cool moment, but it is what it is. Sami Zayn is a rookie, and the rookies should not be beating the top superstars in the company. I really enjoyed this a lot, and this leads me to the next question here from Kayfabe Candy Ass. Was the Sami Zayn injury a work mid-match? I hope it was, but I also think it was a work that it took away from what otherwise was a great match and Raw debut. Should they keep the doctors away unless it's obviously serious? Well, as it turned out, that was actually a legitimate injury, and when I was watching it, I thought it was a work. I thought it was part of the match. I thought it was WWE trying to garner sympathy for Sami Zayn. I mean, this guy is a master at selling, and they do this angle where he's hurt to get the crowd more sympathetic towards him, and when he loses, you can say, well, this guy worked through an injury, and that just shows how much heart he has. And in real life, it shows how much heart he has that he went through with a match. But yeah, watching back on it, when he comes out and he starts walking up the steps, he's all riled up, and you can notice right there the injury taking place. He's messing with the fans, and then all of a sudden, he's messing with his shoulder. So you noticed at that point something was wrong. I don't know the severity of the injury. He's having an MRI done. Probably by the time this video goes up, there'll be an update. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com for the latest. Hopefully it's nothing too serious. It would be a shame if something happened and he had to take significant time off. He just had a really tremendous showcase on Raw. And the fact that he could go in there and hang with John Cena despite an injury, I mean, that goes to show you even more, how deserving he is to be on the big stage in WWE. And I just hope that this is the start of bigger things to come for him. And I got this question here from the heel player. Do you think John Cena defeating Sami Zayn was a way to pass the torch to him, much like Kurt Angle passed the torch to Cena? Keep up the good work. Well, that very well could end up being the case. This could be the start of bigger things to come for Sami Zayn, and WWE might be looking at it the same way that they looked at it back in 2002 when Kurt Angle beat John Cena in that match on SmackDown, and WWE's trying to recreate that. I don't know if Sami Zayn's ever going to be the superstar at the level of John Cena. I don't know if they're ever going to push him at that level. I would be very surprised if they did. I'm not expecting Sami Zayn to be the face of the company 5, 6, 7 years down the line. But what I'm hopeful is that he will be at the level of somebody like Daniel Bryan or a Chris Benoit or an Eddie Guerrero, a guy who is a top star, and he's never going to be pushed as number one, but he'll still have a significant role in the company for many years. That's what I'm hopeful with Sami Zayn. And, if all goes well, if he can stay healthy, I definitely see him being one of those guys that's going to be a Eddie Guerrero, Daniel Bryan level superstar for several years in WWE. Really hopeful that happens. And like I said, let's just cross our fingers that the injury is not too significant and he can get back in there as soon as possible. But don't bring him back until he's ready, obviously. If he needs a little bit of time off, give him a little bit of time off. All right, this next one comes from London Made Punk. Hey, Aaron, do you think we will ever have a bra and panties matchup again? Well, forever is a long time. WWE has nothing but time. So, will it happen again? always a possibility. It could happen a year from now. It could happen 5 years from now. It can happen 10 years from now. Nothing but time. Will it happen in the next year? Probably not. If you are anticipating a bra and panties match right now, you might want to just turn on the WWE Network for $9.99 and watch the old bra and panties matches. If you want to see the Bella Twins in a bra and panties match, don't count on it. Probably not going to happen. Next question here from Dave Lesnar. Hey Aaron, what key components make a star in wrestling in your opinion? Would you say it's charisma, look, and half-decent wrestling ability? Also, who in your opinion has been a bigger star in the WWE, Brock Lesnar or Randy Orton? Thanks. Well, what you need is the ability to connect with the audience. You need to be able to get the fans emotionally invested in your character. If you can do that, if you can climb that hurdle and you can pass the other side of the mountain, once you're there, the fans will always be behind you. I mean, you look at guys like Daniel Bryan and Dolph Ziggler, no matter how much the odds are stacked against them, they continue to have fan support. The fans are behind them, and they have proven themselves to those fans. You really have to make a connection, whether it's having the charisma or having the wrestling ability. Really, ideally, you need to have everything. You need to be well-rounded. You need to be good at everything. You need to be the total package, like Lex Luger, except actually be really good in the ring. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to be. Lex Luger was a big star, and he definitely wasn't a Cesaro in the ring. It's just a matter of having the it factor and being well-rounded and just being entertaining. That is, at the end of the day, the goal is to entertain people. So if you can go out there and entertain them, whether you can cut a promo or you can do something really impressive in the ring, that's what you need to be a star in wrestling. And who is a bigger star, Brock Lesnar or Randy Orton? Long term, obviously Randy Orton, because he's been around for 12, 13 years now in WWE full time. As far as mainstream appeal, Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar went to the UFC. Brock Lesnar is very well known in places outside of the WWE universe. He is a bona fide mainstream superstar. In the world of WWE, one would argue it's Randy Orton, but Brock Lesnar is a special attraction. They're two different entities at this point. Randy Orton is a full-time superstar. Brock Lesnar is a part-timer who is used as a special attraction. And when used correctly, Brock Lesnar can be a difference maker, and he can be somewhat of a draw. Randy Orton, I mean, he is a draw. He is one of the top superstars in WWE. So, I mean, it's really hard to say because, like I said, they're both different entities at this point. All right, one more question here from That Was My Fault. Do you watch Botchamania, and if yes, what's your favorite botch? Well, yeah, I do watch Botchamania like everybody else watching this video. I mean, who doesn't watch Botchamania at this point? My favorite botch would have to be the Sandman trying to cut a promo for NoDQ.com, and that was on, I believe, the 5th edition of Botchamania, and that's when I started watching it, when Matthew put the Sandman clip on there. I was like, awesome, my clip is getting viewed by thousands of people. Thank you. So ever since then, I've been watching Botchamania. Great series. If you haven't watched it, check it out. Very entertaining. With that being said, thank you guys for watching NoDQ&A video. That'll wrap things up for this video. Stay tuned to NoDQ.com. A lot going on in the world of wrestling right now. Plan on doing more videos this week. Lots of stuff to talk about. Subscribe if you haven't already, youtube.com/NoDQCAW, and I will see you guys next time for another edition of NoDQ&A video.